Harry and Ron exchanged panic-stricken looks, then threw the invisibility cloak back over themselves and retreated into a corner. Hagrid checked that they were hidden, seized his crossbow, and flung open his door once more. "Good evening, Hagrid." It was Dumbledore. He entered looking deadly serious, and was followed by a second, very odd-looking man. The stranger had rumpled grey hair and an anxious expression, and was wearing a strange mixture of clothes, a pinstripe suit, a curly tie, a long black cloak, and pointed purple boots. Under his arms, he carried a lime green bowler. "That's Dad's boss," Ron breathed. "Cornelius Fudge, the Minister of Magic." Harry elbowed Ron hard to make him shut up. Hagrid had gone pale and sweaty. He dropped into one of his chairs and looked from Dumbledore to Cornelius Fudge. "Bad business, Hagrid," said Fudge in rather clipped tone. "Very bad business. Had to come for a tax on Muggleborns. Things have gone far enough. Ministry's got to act." "I never," said Hagrid, looking imploringly at Dumbledore. "You know, I never, Professor Dumbledore, sir." "I want it understood, Cornelius, that Hagrid has my full confidence," said Dumbledore, frowning at Fudge. "Look, Albus," said Fudge uncomfortably. "Hagrid's record against him. Ministry got to do something. The school governors have been in touch." "Yet again, Cornelius, I tell you that tucking Hagrid away will not help in the sight list," said Dumbledore. His blue eyes were full of a fire Harry had never seen before. "Look at it from my point of view," said Fudge, fidgeting with his bowler. "I'm under a lot of pressure. Got to be seen to do something. If it turns out it wasn't Hagrid, he'll be back and no more said. But I've got to take it. Got to. Wouldn't be doing my duty." "Take me," said Hagrid, who was trembling. "Take me where?" "For a short stretch only," said Fudge, not meeting Hagrid's eye. "For not a punishment, Hagrid, for a persecution of someone else caught. You'll be let out with a full apology." "Not Azkaban," croaked Hagrid. Before Fudge could answer, there was another loud rap on the door. Dumbledore answered it. It was Harry's turn for an elbow in the ribs. He let out an audible gasp. Mr. Lucius Malfoy strutted into Hagrid's tent, swatching in a long black travelling coat, smiling a cold and satisfied smile. Then started to growl. "Already here, Fudge," he said abruptly. Good. What are you doing here?" said Hagrid furiously. "Get out of my house!" "My dear man, please believe me, I have no pleasure at all in being inside your do you call it a house?" said Lucius Malfoy, sneering as he looked around the small cabin. "I simply called at the school and was told that the headmaster was here. "And what exactly do you want with me, Lucius?" said Dumbledore. He spoke politely, but the fire was still blazing in his blue eyes. "Dreadful thing, Dumbledore," said Malfoy lazily, taking out a long roll of parchment. "But the governors felt it's time for you to step aside. This is an order of suspension. You'll find all 12 signatures on it. I'm afraid we feel you're losing your touch." "How many attacks have there been now?" "Two more this afternoon, wasn't it?" "At this rate, there will be more Muggleborns left at Hogwarts. And we all know what an awful loss that would be to the school." "Oh, now see here, Lucius," said Fudge, looking alarmed. "Dumbledore suspend? No lost thing. We want just now. The appointment of suspension of the headmaster is a matter for the governors, Fudge," said Mr. Malfoy smoothly, "and as Dumbledore has failed to stop them attacks." "See here, Malfoy, if Dumbledore can't stop them," said Fudge, whose upper lip was sweating now. "I mean to say, who can?" "That remains to be seen," said Mr. Malfoy with a nasty smile. "But as all 12 of us have boasted," Hagrid leapt to his feet, his shaggy black head grazing the ceiling. "And how many did you have to threaten and blackmail before that agreed, Malfoy, he roared. "Dear, you know that temper of yours will let you into trouble one of these days, Hagrid," said Mr. Malfoy. "I would advise you not to shout at the Azkaban guards like that. They won't like it at all." "Yeah, can't take Dumbledore," yelled Hagrid, making fun the Barhard cower and whimper his basket. "Take him away and Muggleborn won't lose a chance. They'll be killing next." "Calm yourself, Hagrid," said Dumbledore sharply. He looked at Lucius Malfoy. "If the governors want my removal, Lucius, I shall of course step aside. But," stuttered Fudge. "No," growled Hagrid. Dumbledore had not taken his bright blue eyes off Lucius Malfoy's cold green ones. "However," said Dumbledore, speaking very slowly and clearly so that none of them could miss a word, "you will find that I will only be truly have left this school when none here are loyal to me." "You will also find that help will always be given at Hogwarts to those who ask for it." For a second, Harry was almost sure Dumbledore's eyes flickered toward the corner where he and Ron stood hidden. "Admirable sentiment," said Malfoy boldly. "We shall all miss your highly individual way of running things, Albus, and only hope that your successors will manage to prevent any killings." He strode to the cabin door, opened it, and bowed Dumbledore out. Fudge, flitting with his bowler, waited for Hagrid to go ahead of him, but Hagrid stood his ground, took a deep breath, and said carefully, "If anyone wanted to find out some stuff, all they'd have to do would be to follow the spiders. That's let I'm right. That's all I'm saying." First stared at him in amazement. "All right, I'm coming," said Hagrid, pulling on his moleskin overcoat. But as he was about to follow Fudge through the door, he stopped again and said loud, "And someone will need to feed Fang while I'm away." The door banged shut, and Ron pulls off the invisibility cloak. "We're in trouble now," he said hoarsely. "No, Dumbledore. They might as well close the school tonight. There'll be an attack as day with him gone." Fang started howling, scratching out the closed door. Chapter 14, Cornelius Fudge ended.